Welcome to Mother Daughter Projects. I'm Steph.
I'm Vicki.
And today we're making a hammock
For a cat.
I was watching the Princess Diaries 2 movie with my nephew, and he saw the scene where a cat was sitting in a hammock, and he thought it was so cute, and he said, "Oh, Mom, Steffi, can you make that for me?"
And we said, sure. And our first thought was, you know what? We can make that out of PVC, and this is how we did it.
First, we had to determine the size of the frame. We didn't have a cat, so we used 2 pans to approximate the size of a sleeping cat. We roughly decided on the measurements and started to cut the PVC pipe. Here are all the measurements and connectors that we used. You can see we're using a PVC pipe ratchet cutter, and it makes this an easy and safe process. For each corner, we needed to add a screw eye to hold up the fabric hammock. First, we put it in a vise to hold the elbow in place. Then I drilled a pilot hole. I got the screw eye started, but to attach it faster, I placed a cup hook in our drill and screwed it into place. We like the white PVC pipe, but not the branding, so Mom used acetone to remove it. It took a little bit of time, but it was better than having to spray paint. Here's all the pipe ready to go. The next step is to make the fabric. This is a simple job on a sewing machine or a little bit slower by hand. You could also use a thick piece of fabric for a no-sew hammock. Mom started out with 3 pieces of fabric, the front, back, and inner fleece for softness. First, Mom put the fabrics face to face with the fleece on top of the blue back fabric. Then she pinned that all together. For the corners, she made a template to mark the fleece diagonally to reduce the bulk in the corners. Then she marked the opening so the piece could be turned right side out. She placed her magnetic seam guide at 1/2 inch and then started sewing. And always when she gets to the end, she backstitches just to reinforce the ending and beginning stitch. Then Mom removed the pins and cut a little bit more of the corners and also cut the fleece close to the seam line using applique scissors. Again, this is to remove the bulk. She drew a line on the fleece across the opening and cut the fleece away. Next, she did a quick press and ironed down the seam allowance on the opening. Now she's turning the piece right side out and using a wood chopstick to gently push the corners into the correct position. Now another quick press on the entire piece and pressing and pinning the opening. Then she stitched the top opening closed. For the grommet placement, she measured 3/4 of an inch in the corner and marked it. Next, she used a leather circle punch to create a hole where the grommet will go. She's working on the floor over a cutting board as you need a sturdy surface for this. Anything not cut out with the punch was cut away using a fine pair of embroidery scissors. The bottom part of the grommet setter is put on the cutting board, followed by the grommet, and then the fabric is pushed into the grommet. When the fabric is in place, the top grommet is put into place, and then the grommet setter is added and then hammered until the 2 halves of the grommet are secure. To attach the hammock, we added S-hooks to the screw eyes and grommets. Then we use double loop chain on each of the corners, and to test it out, we use a 10-pound weight as that's the average weight of a cat. To cut the loop chain, I just needed 10 snips. We didn't glue any of the PVC pipe together, so it would be portable, but we could easily glue it if necessary. Also, the fabric can easily be washed because, you know, cat hair. This is my Nibbling's first cat trying out the hammock. Now I can't guarantee whether your cat will like it or not, but it is a fun project to try to see if your furry friend might enjoy it. And this is their second cat trying it out. And yes, we did put catnip on it to try to get a good picture. This is the best we got.
What we learned. Now, as we talked about in the video, we didn't glue the PVC pipes into the connectors, but because we wanted to keep it portable. But if in the future we realize that it needs to be more sturdy, more connected, we'll glue it. And that's the nice thing about DIYing is you can try something. If it doesn't work, you can go back and make changes.
In the video, you saw that really cool hack where Steph used a cup hook to screw in these eye hooks. We'd seen that on the internet before, had never tried it, but it certainly works and it's worth a try.
Now, we don't know how this is going to hold up over the lifetime of using it. We did make it so that this was washable, so you know, if anything happens, but yeah, we'll do some updates. We'll let you know how the cat enjoys it, if the cat enjoys it.
Yeah, I don't know.
We don't know. We don't have a cat, so we weren't able to like really test it out, but my nephews and niece are really gonna have fun with their cats using this hammock. So thanks for joining us. If you want to see more projects from us, be sure to visit us at mother.projects.com. All right, we'll see you next time. Bye.